A Christmas Story is the new HBO Max legacy sequel to A Christmas Story. Now, if you're wondering why the title is so complicated for this movie, is because there's actually already a direct-to-video sequel to this movie called A Christmas Story 2 that's not canon. It's terrible and you should not watch it. Um, and I will say this movie is not as bad as that. I did review both A Christmas Stories before this movie came out on my channel, so if you want to see my review for those, check those out. But this is a bad movie, and it's weird because it's not a unwatchable bad movie. In fact, if you had just seen this movie, like you've never seen A Christmas Story and you just watched this movie, you would probably think this is a fine Christmas movie. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with this movie is it doesn't know how to be a sequel to A Christmas Story very well at all. Um, so what's wrong with this movie is this. The plot of this movie is Ralphie goes home and to give his family like this really nice Christmas, so you get kind of memories from the old movie back and things like that, and his old home stuff like that. That's cool and everything. The thing is, the idea of this movie, of someone wanting to give their family the perfect Christmas, that's freaking Christmas Vacation. And a lot of the jokes here match Christmas Vacation. And I love Christmas Vacation, but this is not what I want in a Christmas Story sequel. It just does not capture that vibe very well. It tries. I did really appreciate the old fashioned logo at the beginning of this movie, representing the ones that the original started with. Um, and of course they do the narration and stuff. Here's the problem with the narration in this movie. It misses the point why the narration was even good. And that's the thing about sequels. They just think they have to do everything that the original did. And this movie kind of tries to do that basically. And it's just annoying because it doesn't feel like a Christmas Story watching this movie. It feels like a modern Christmas movie. And it's just weird. Also, the other thing about this movie is A Christmas Story was a time capsule movie. It was a movie set in the 50s or yeah, 50s. But so a lot of that movie matched that time period. You look at it, whatever. This movie, because it's a sequel, should be a movie set in the 80s, but that's something not really addressed in this movie. They don't try to capture the vibe and style of the 80s. I mean, you could have made commentaries about 80s malls, and things like that, and in Christmas, because I mean, that's where you could have taken like, the scene with Santa in the mall in the original one. You could have expanded it and made commentary about what it was like with that, and it just doesn't do that. It's just a very mess sequel. Like, you're not gonna watch this every year alongside A Christmas Story. It's not a terrible movie. It's just a movie trying to do what a better movie did with less effort put into it. And it's just, what's the point of movies like this? Because what is this movie? What's the point of this movie? Why does it exist? Type of thing. And the reality is, it just exists because it's money. But I don't know. And it's one of those things that I don't even know why I watched this movie. Not to be mean, but you watch it and you go, well, duh. Like, why would you can't make a good Christmas Story sequel? Like, why would you ever want to? Besides money. It's so weird that people are trying to cash in on A Christmas Story all the time, because it's it was a box office failure when it came out, and it's only popular due to airing on television and constant repeat, and it actually being a good movie too. That helps. This is not a good movie. It tries, but yeah, this is a bad movie.